afternoon, or good evening. I'm Audrey Wiggins, and welcome to another webisode of Make Something Happen. I'm excited to have in the studio today Montrie Rucker Adams, and her company is Visibility Marketing. She's a woman after my own heart of marketing, communications, and PR. She's been very successful over the 12 years. She's going to share more with us about that. And Montrie, so you've been successful, as I said, for 12 years in business. And how did you get your start, or what was your motivation behind creating visibility marketing?
Well, I've always been very independent, and I've had entrepreneurs in my family. My father had a chemical business in Puerto Rico, and my mother's brothers were entrepreneurs here in Cleveland. One had a cleaners on Kinsman Avenue.
Okay.
Another is in real estate. And I had another who's a professor at a college in West Virginia, in Charleston, West Virginia. West Virginia State. And I just saw them and knew that the independence and, you know, the drive that they had and the joy that they had was something that I wanted. Okay.
That's awesome. And but you didn't, so how did you end up in public relations? How did that happen? Where you grew up now, probably. Go to Mom's Cleaners.
Well, I've always loved to write, and I still write. And one of the skills that you need for public relations is to write. And I read a book years ago about Terry Williams.
Oh, yes.
I read her book, and I was in sales at the time. I was working in Elyria at Bendix Heavy Vehicle Systems as a sales engineer, somewhere around there. And I knew that, you know, I liked what I was doing, but I knew I wanted more.
Yes.
So when I read her book, I said, that sounds interesting. So I continued to read and to pursue public relations. I knew that I loved to write. And when I read about her clients, Eddie Murphy, and I think it was Miles Davis back then, it just, she was an inspiration. I get my inspiration from people. And, you know, when I read about other people, when I talk to people, they inspire me. So from there, I was in Toastmasters. So Toastmasters, I love Toastmasters. And if you don't know what Toastmasters is, it's a public speaking organization where you learn to speak. And one of the guests that day was Deborah Thigpen. And she was visiting or had just moved from Houston, Texas. And she talked about herself at that particular minute. And she said, I'm starting a public relations company. I'm moving my public relations company from Houston here to Cleveland. Wow. And I, you know, when we had a break, I went right to her.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I went right to her, and I told her that, you know, I wanted to help her, and this is something I wanted to do. Not having been in the field, I needed to start somewhere.
Right.
You know, I needed to learn about the business. I needed to be in the business.
That's right.
And so she gave me that opportunity.
That's awesome.
She did, and that was the early 90s.
Okay. And you're still here and going strong.
Still
We're going to
here.
With Montrie Rucker Adams of Visibility Marketing. Montrie, when we left off, we were telling us about your start and working with Deborah Thigpen and the exciting journey that you started on and reading Terry Williams, her book there, but also in PR, knowing the right answers to questions. And as I was reading your bio, you talk about asking the right question and not necessarily knowing the answer. And your favorite word is what? And what follows that? Did I say that? What?
Yes. What follows that? Well, a lot of times people call on public relations consultants not exactly knowing what it is that we do.
Okay.
Okay, so and sometimes the confusion is in advertising versus public relations, where they're two different and separate disciplines. Public relations is engaging your audience.
Yes. Okay.
So one of the questions we ask is, what do you want to convey to your audience? What is it that you want to teach or you want them to learn?
Okay.
And another question is also who, because that's the main thing. Who is your audience? Because you speak to different audiences in different ways. Now that we're in this technological age,
yes,
we speak differently in order to try to reach the audience. Okay,
and that little favorite one of 140 characters.
But we have to understand, okay, who is the audience that we're trying to reach? With those 140 characters.
Yes,
it's not my mother. Definitely, it's not my mother. So
very well. Put that in the right sense. Is that what you mean?
That's right. So my mother still reads the newspaper. So then that's how you reach that audience. Some of them, you need to be there. They want to go to an event or wherever they are. So what is it that you want to say? How do you, and then we will convey to you how it's best to say it. So there are many different facets to public relations, and most people think that advertising is just a tiny part, because advertising is its own discipline.
Yes. And also the difference between advertising and PR is when it comes to budgeting.
Absolutely.
So you pay for the publicity.
Yes.
If you will.
Well, yes. Word. Right. You pay. But you still pay.
Right. You still pay. You still pay your consultant.
But you're not paying for that ad. That's
exactly. Right. The deliverable. Yes. Absolutely. That's awesome. All right, and I want to speak to as well. I know we talked about your success. So you've been recognized as a leader. You've won some awards, the 10 with Cozy, and the 40, is it 40 under 40?
40 under 40.
You won several different awards, and Cozy, that was just the one, and others. So share those with our audience.
Well, in my booklet, Be More Visible.
Okay, and we'll talk about that too.
We'll talk about Be More Visible.
Right.
But it's a lot of tips. I think it's over 100 different tips of how to be more visible.
Okay.
And one of them is to apply for awards. Because people or companies are, every year they want to recognize people for what they do. But if you don't send in your name and your information, how will they know that you're doing what you're doing? How will they know that you're out there? How will they know to give you that award? And you have to be there. You have to be present. So that's one of the things that we always say, because once you either win or become a runner-up, then you're able to promote that. You're able to tell the world, that this is who you are.
Yes.
So that's how that happened. Anytime there's a call for action or a call, to nominate this person, nominate that person, if you fit the bill, then why not?
Yes, that's awesome. Well, congratulations.
Well, thank you.
On your successes, your recognition. That's very important. I think your credentials are important, and then to be able to be recognized by your peers, the business community. I think that's that just adds up, on your resume for success, and then clients or potential clients wanting, to hire you, to work with you. Yes, that's fantastic. Anything else you want to share in that area then of recognition?
Well, one of the things that's important is to be prepared.
Okay.
And my mother was a teacher, and so coming up under a teacher, I always had thirst for knowledge.
Okay.
So, and she used to tell me it doesn't stop in 12th grade. It doesn't stop. You have to continue. So, so I have 6 more years after that.
Okay.
But what's important is that just be prepared. If there's anything in your discipline
Okay.
Take the classes. There are webinars now.
Yes.
Sometimes there are opportunities to get certifications. In public relations, we have what's called an accreditation. So it's so I am accredited with the Public Relations Society of America.
All right.
And and people always ask me what's an accreditation. Well, it's similar to having the CPA.
Okay.
Okay, a certified public accountant. Well, we're accredited in public relations. It means we took the extra steps, to get more knowledge, to learn our discipline, and that's important.
Yes.
Because sometimes it's not enough to always have your nose to the grind. New things are coming up. You have to stick with what you know and also learn more as you go.
Yes.
Okay. Because the opportunities are always there. To learn, to grow, and be prepared.
Yes.
So that when somebody
can't say that enough.
always be prepared. And knowledge is we all know about knowledge. We all know about education.
Yes.
How important it is. And so I've always been one to reach and grasp for information wherever I can find it. Because now, as we talked about technology, there's no reason not to.
That's right. Yeah. That's right. That's right. Let's keep it moving.
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, great. So, a wife and a mother.
Yeah.
And how does the significance of family play into your success?
Well, it's very significant because I come from a large family, not my immediate family, because it was just my mother and myself. My parents divorced when I was very young, 18 months old.
Wow.
But my mother had 5 brothers,
and
my father was one of 17.
Ooh, okay.
So I think I have 50-something first cousins.
Okay. Family reunions or city conferences.
Absolutely. So family is very important, and we come from a close-knit family with my immediate family, and I just know that being an entrepreneur or having a business,
yes,
it gives me flexibility. It doesn't mean I don't work any fewer hours.
Oh, of course not.
But it means that at 10 o'clock, if I need to go to the school, to possibly give some time and volunteer at my children's school, I can do that.
Yes.
If it means I can make the conferences, I can do that. My son sang in his school concert just the other day, and he sang his first solo.
Oh, wow.
And I was able to be there. The son who doesn't like to sing have a solo. So those things are important, and family is everything. And for me, it's important for my children to see what work and what effort goes into life.
Oh, yes,
it's not about sitting around waiting.
And like you saw.
Absolutely.
Really, you're just transferring that to them.
Oh, my mother my mother was a teacher, and then she was also a nurse, so she worked a lot of hours. She did, and I saw that the significance of that, because what really made a difference for me was when I went to college and I wanted to work, and my mother said to me, "Education is important right now." She said, "You have the rest of your life to work."
Yes.
So that job that you want to work while you're in school, I will take care of that. You focus on education. And that is important, because as I was coming along, there are some things I want to do. I thought about, well, I have the rest of my life to work.
She planned that. Oh, my goodness. That's
the rest.
awesome.
I mean, you work until you're 75, 80. Sometimes people are working that long.
Oh, my
65. Yes.
Yes, because she wants to. She's, and she's able to.
Able.
Yes.
But if you don't have to, those years when you're young and you can, it's easy to grasp that knowledge and to explore different avenues for your profession, it's best to focus on that, and the money will come.
Yes.
I read a book not long ago, Do What You Love, the money will follow.
Wow, that is powerful.
I wish I'd known that when I was thinking about my career. Do what you love, the money will follow.
Yes.
Because and I instill that in other people. Say, well, what should I do? Well, what do you love to do? There are ways to make money in what you love.
Yes.
So do what you love. Just focus on that, because if you love painting, you'll be the best.
That's right.
If you love art, if you love to dance, you'll be the best. It's what you love, it's your passion.
Yes.
And if you follow that, then the money comes.
Yes, you can't go wrong. And you talk about passion, and isn't that as well when you're doing something you love? That's the desire in your heart. So you're living your life on purpose.
On purpose.
You're living your life's purpose, and there's so much joy and satisfaction out of that.
It is. It is. It's not a drudge. You know, you talk to I talk to some people like, oh, I have to go to work today. Oh, I don't feel like being here. And you can, you know, when you call and you get a customer service representative, you can tell that they don't want to be there.
Yes. Yes.
You know, you can tell that.
Yeah, they don't care. It's like, hurry up, let's get to the next one.
But I've spoken to some, and they enjoy it. You can tell that they enjoy it. They enjoy helping. They enjoy where they are. Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yes.
Service.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yes. Thank you, y'all, for this service. We're going to be right back, and we're going to come back and have more with Montrie Rucker Adams. With Montrie Rucker Adams of Visibility Marketing. We're talking about her career in PR and family and how that journey led up to that. But there's something else that you may or may not know about Montrie, and that she is a fitness for life person. And you exercise right, you eat right, and you've competed as a female bodybuilder. Now, that's exciting. That's something I was talked out of doing several years ago. Maybe several. To get the generations, and I read a little bit on your blog about your journey, so I want you to share with us about that. You won awards there as well. So that same ethic and that integrity that you have in your business, you have in your personal life, and taking care of yourself. And how has that been a determining factor, for you to compete, and what keeps you motivated on that daily journey?
Well, I competed in it's called fitness.
Okay.
Yeah, because bodybuilders are big. Bodybuilders are huge. So
you're tiny, but I know some strength up under that beautiful jacket.
and the reason why I decided to compete, Audrey, is because I had to get to the gym and work out.
Okay.
And that's and I felt, everything else, life getting in the way of me getting to the gym and working out, of taking care of myself. There was always an excuse. Well, I have to do this, and I need to work a little bit harder. But if I knew that I had a goal at the end, which was that competition coming up, it meant I had to get to the gym.
Okay.
I had to work out, and I had to eat a certain way to get before those judges, and to present, the hard work.
Yeah.
So really, it was a selfish thing. It was, I need to have a goal, and that goal is the competition in 6 months.
Okay.
And if I have a competition in 6 months, it means I have to get to the gym. Now, being honest, my last competition was October 6th.
Okay.
And I haven't been to the gym.
Oh, no!
It took so much. It was a lot of work. It was 9 months, almost a year of grueling and working out that, I said, I just need to take a break.
Okay.
I need to take a break. But I started working out years ago after having surgery on my leg, and one of the things that I had to do to build it up was to get to the gym, you know, as far as the physical therapy. And I was working on building my leg, and I just started working on the rest of my body. You know, after that I became an aerobics instructor, and so I taught aerobics for a long time, and it just stuck. You know, and now it's all part of just staying healthy and being healthy. We call ourselves pesca-ovitarians. Okay. Which means we don't eat anything with feet, but we eat eggs.
So there, which came first, the chicken or the egg?
I can never figure out that part.
Well, the egg sure doesn't have feet. So
right. So, you know, it's trying to eat healthy. I read a lot about, you know, what's out there. Everything is changing. There's always something new and different. So.
Okay. What's your blog? Because I'm sure people may want to, you know, look into that as well as we'll give you on your website for your company as well.
Okay. The blog is Montrie.net.
Okay.
It's Montrie.net, and it talks about and it's the beginning of a broader goal. Okay. And that broader goal is called Don't Drop the Dream. And I would encourage people to go to visibilitymarketing.com. Okay. Or they can go to the Facebook Visibility Marketing. Okay. Facebook page, and if you have, well, it talks about the dream that a lot of us may have. Okay. That we may have not realized until later on in life. Okay. So that getting on stage and competing was something that was inside me when I was 20 years old. Okay. It was you know, in there for a long time. And so you know, years later, I decided to realize that dream, to go for it, because it had been in me for so long. Yeah. And it's different than a bucket list. Because a bucket list to me, a bucket list is something when people look at their, you know, at the clock and they say, oh my goodness, I gotta get this done. Before, you know. Before I kick the bucket. Before I kick the bucket. But this is something that's been inside of you. For, you know, it could have been when you were a little girl or a little boy or child. It could have been in your 20s. But, you know, as you continue to advance in years, you find that you still want to do it. Yes. But, you know, that dream, you think to yourself, you may decide, well, you know, I'm a little bit too old. I think, you know. But that shouldn't be the reason to start. Right. It should never lose the significance. Absolutely. Yes. So it's Don't Drop the Dream. And it's a new book that will be coming out. It should be. And it's just a collection of dreams that normal people have, like you and I. Okay. And we realize it at a later stage in life. You know, some people have dreams and they just do it, but others, you know, may have dropped it at some point. And it's Don't Drop the Dream. It's you know, and that's where Montrie.net starts, but it's not where it will finish. Yes. Because it starts with that dream that I wanted, you know, to compete. Yeah. You know, I had it a long time ago, but, you know, I was insecure, you know, just didn't feel like I could do it. Right, so, right. As 30 or 40 or 50 years have passed by, you know, I think, okay, you know, let's see if we can do this, you know, for some people, you know. And so it's Don't Drop the Dream. You can go to my Facebook page, not my Facebook page, but the Visibility Marketing Facebook page, and, you know, talk about it, your dream. And what could happen is that we can send you a copy of the book, Be More Visible. Awesome. Okay. Well, that's exciting. And I like that title, Don't Drop the Dream, because so many of us, you know, have lived, you know, for so long, and we don't want to, you know, be at the front of the church or the funeral home and have all those things in that box with, you know, with us. As they say, there's a many of a composer, a singer, and or poet in the graveyard, the cemetery. So yeah, so thanks for sharing that with us and inspiring us, reminding us, you know, to pull up that which is in us, and you know, and go forward and make that happen. What advice would you leave for businesses that may be seeking PR? Or those who think they don't need it, and maybe some other young folks or not so young folks, in case, you know, that's their dream has been to be, you know, a PR person and to work for, you know, for someone. Well, I was fortunate in different ways, because at the time that I started working for DeVore Thigpen and Associates, I had just been laid off.
Okay.
You know, and was, you know, collecting unemployment.
Mm-hmm.
So I was able to, you know, volunteer.
Okay.
With my time just to learn. Mm-hmm. You know, and I would suggest for people just starting out, you know, times are hard right now, mm-hmm. and the jobs may not be plentiful, but volunteer opportunities are. Yes. And you will never, you can't take away the experience that you gain, mm-hmm. because it's all about experience. You know, people hire you because you know what you're doing, because you have experience, right. Because you're an expert in that field. And it doesn't matter how you get it. It doesn't matter if you were paid, mm-hmm. or if it was volunteer. You're still knowledgeable now.
That's right.
You know, you still have the knowledge. Mm-hmm. You know what to do. So that's, you know, one piece of advice that I would give. And also, just either the information, you can Google public relations and find out what it is that people do. There are different areas of public relations, meaning that each genre is different. For instance, there's public relations for healthcare. Mm-hmm. There's nonprofit public relations. There's corporate public relations, and then those can be broken down. Okay. We are specializing in sustainability. Okay. You know, green visibility, as we call it, is the hashtag on Twitter. And it's communicating the fact that, you know, we need to be more conscious, mm-hmm. of sustaining the planet for future generations. Okay. And it's, you know, of course, we heard of reduce, recycle, mm-hmm. you know, re-engage. Yes. And so learn about the discipline that you think you want to do, mm-hmm. you know, and also join organizations. Like, for instance, the Public Relations Society of America is a national organization, but they also have local chapters. Mm-hmm. Join, meet people, learn about, you know, opportunities, mm-hmm. and just get involved. Okay. Get involved. Okay. Well, I think that's fantastic. Yeah. Good advice. Because definitely, because you're talking about networking and, yes. and educating, ourselves and going forward. Okay, we're going to take a quick break and then we're going to come back and really wrap it up.
Impossible is a word that shouldn't even be in the dictionary anymore. I think that Nelson Mandela said it best, because he said, "It always seems impossible until it's done." It's all about connecting with our clients and customers. Your clients and customers want to feel valued. They want to feel cared about. They want to feel like they matter. The essence of building these relationships and connecting with your clients and customers to create the world-class experience is simply a matter of listening for their stories and personalizing their experience based upon those stories.
Jeff is the founder and chief question officer of Think Again, a speaking and consulting company that helps people and organizations build relationships that drive results.
Welcome to My Video Broadcaster. This is our webinar system, and it's unlike any webinar system currently on the market. But what makes this product so powerful is that your presenter is streaming live in high-definition TV quality video. With this powerful product, you can share PowerPoint presentations, share videos, share JPEGs, chat, file share, and even use the whiteboard with participant drawing for collaboration. And it's simple to customize with predefined and fully customized layouts. And you can change layouts in real time. Add your banner, logo, and change the color to your brand's look and feel. Hyperlink the banner and logo to a website of your choice, and upload most major video formats with our Flash encoder. You can also invite guest speakers via video and audio, share your desktop, conduct surveys, and more, with no software to download and install, and only the host needs to have the service. Educators, motivators, or anybody doing any type of online presentations are going to love the features of this phenomenal product, all branded with your image. My Video Broadcaster, available exclusively through My Video Talk.
We're back again with Montrie Rucker Adams of Visibility Marketing. We want to thank you again, Montrie, for coming here and spending your time with us today, educating us, enlightening us, and just having a good time with you. You're welcome. Yeah, you're welcome. So there's some things I know you wanted to close out with as far as, liking on Facebook and again, talking about your the booklet of Don't Drop the Dream. Is that it? Okay, go ahead. Take it away.
Well, yes. Like us on Facebook. And if you feel that you're one of those people who had a dream that, you realized at a later age, I would say, from 40 on, to send a message on the Visibility Marketing Facebook page, and we will send you, we will send you Be More Visible, which is our booklet. It's free, and we just love for you to have that. You can also go to our Visibility Marketing website and, send a message through there. But we're looking for people who have dreams and you realized them at a later age. You had it when you were younger and you finally did it. You explored that opportunity and you did it. So we want you to be a part of the next book that's coming out. So we're looking for people to profile. Because it's all about encouraging that next person. I will say that the idea came from a book that I read years ago by Dennis Kimbrough. Okay. And the book is called What Makes the Great Great.
Wow.
And I read that book and I was just so inspired, because he just profiled regular people who, did whatever they needed to do, but they became great.
Okay.
Because of the drive that they had, because of the perseverance, because it was in them.
Yes.
And this is all part of just being an inspiration to others, of helping others. I know I'm inspired by others' stories.
That's right.
And I want to inspire others, with your story, if you have one. So send that to visibilitymarketing.com or to our Facebook page. And like us on Facebook, and we'll send you the copy of Be More Visible.
Awesome. Well, thanks again. And
You're welcome.
We look forward to hearing more from you. And you go out and you make something positive happen in your world today. And remember, don't drop the dream.